When your chainsaw stops doing the work for you, you want to make sure that when that chain stops cutting itself, that you stop and sharpen. There's 5 parts of the cutter tooth that make that job possible. The first part we want to take a look at is the point, making sure there's no damage in this area and that's the part that can really start into the fiber. The second area is over here on the side plate cutting angle. That needs to be without damage and also virtually straight up and down. We want to make sure that it's 90 degrees, not hooked forward or back sloped. Another area is the top plate. On this particular tooth we have a witness mark that gives us the top plate angle of 25 to 30 degrees, and also we need to make sure no damage in that cutting surface. Number 4 is down here. It's called the chisel angle. Basically peels the chip out of the kerf, and that particular angle is roughly 45 degrees. And the last, to make sure that it is cutting into the fiber on its own, is the depth gauge, the raker. And this particular gadget sets up and determines the depth that the cutter is allowed to go into the wood fiber. A very simple tool to accomplish the task of getting all 5 of these parts correct again is this tool. This can set on top of the tooth that you're filing. It also rests on a tooth in front. As you file through, it has a round file which cuts the radius of the tooth, and also a flat file in place to take the raker in the same stroke. And it can be reversed, right cutter and then the left cutter, but we work through in a forward motion and basically taking off the damage, restructuring that surface. And at the same time, because this tooth is going downhill, this one is going downhill on the top plates, it lowers the guide down and the flat file takes the depth gauge in proportion to the height. Keeps your chain cutting straight and keeps it cutting into the wood under its own power.